Hello, very good morning. We start. I have muted. Okay. Whenever you have questions, just message me. I can unmute. We can discuss. So far we were discussing uh, we are developing automation framework for Salesforce automation, Salesforce application. Okay. So okay. So actions creating lead. So here we are creating lead, but unexpectedly what happened was so many objects we have to add to your object repository. Okay, so that is what okay, so just a second. hmm mm, I don't remember password, Salesforce password. I'm looking for password. I stored somewhere. Where I stored it, that's what I'm looking. hmm you know how to create shared object repository, right? Okay, so here okay, so different things we have added till website we were added, I believe. Zip, Selenium, state, salutation, city, company, zip, country, zip, country you were added. Where is country? Country not added. till zip you added, that means okay. So you have to enable editing, country. Okay. So you have to go for lead, means create new lead. Okay, once you navigate lead, so all the objects needs to be added to your object repository. So I have added few objects already. So which are the objects I left, those one I am trying to add. Nonsense. Hmm. This is country. This is country. Let me check it up all. How you can check it up is like you can highlight in the application. What is this one? City. This is city. This is the company name. Company, perfect. This is email. Email, perfect. Okay, first name, perfect. Last name, phone, state. Just a second, state is misplacing. City, Okay. Country is already there. Website. Okay, then number of employees. Annual revenue. This is not web edit, so this is a web list, so you'll prefix it with the web list. So this one, lead source. Lead source. Lead source. Industry. Industry. This is again web list. Industry. Then huge form. This is very huge form, no other option. What is this one? Description. Description. Okay, then finally save button. Save button I am trying to add, but it's not adding. That is what I am thinking. What I have to do. It's taking web element. Oh, here you have to click. So yard okay. So this is how you can create it, like your shared object repository. Once you create your shared object repository, you can associate that one to your resources object repository, and you know like how to associate. I believe I don't want to come up with again. Okay, so you can associate that object repository to your shared object repository. Once you associate all those one, you can use however you want. Okay, so you will get it up here just as okay. Okay, so once you get the shared object repository, okay, so how you can come up with scripting is like browser. So this is the way you can script, or another way you can drag and drop. But you have to drag and drop means you should be aware of like first salutation, then you have to go for like first name, then first name, then what you have to go, salutation, first name, then last name and company, last name, company. Where is company? Company name. Okay, so company name, title, then you have to go for title, then after title lead status, right? Where is lead status? Lead status, phone, email, phone, email, rating. Where is rating? Rating somewhere I saw. Yeah, rating, then street. Where is street? Yeah, street, here you have just a second. Street city city state province, then zip, state zip. Where is zip? Somewhere I saw, right? Zip. Zip country, then you have to go for country. See, in real time this is the way exactly you will be coming up with automating. Okay, this is the way exactly you will be automating. Then website, okay, then number of employees, revenue, annual revenue, then after annual revenue, lead source and industry, lead source, industry, then finally you have to click on save button. Okay, so these all are the different fields you have to fill up. It will take too much time wasting. Mr. First name is something you can give, last name something you can give, company name, title also something. Title means your designation. Okay, so select lead status open, let it be open, phone, okay, email, rating, so rating is heart, street, something you set up, city, state, zip, Okay, so this is the way you can come up with like creating reusable actions meanwhile reading the data from XLS. So how to read the data from XLS? Login action. If you go, so if you go for like login action, so in order to read the data, so this is the function we come up in last week, right? So that is the function. So what is the parameter from which sheet? Okay, so here if you go for like inputs.xls, so from here you are reading the data, right? So I have explained in detail at that point of time. Okay, so what is the field and for which test case, so that is what you have to pass to your qtp. Okay, so what is the field name, what is the test case? Test case from where you are passing, from your main script. Test case from your main script you are passing. Okay, so exactly you have to read data from excel sheet means this is the way you have to come up with for lead as well. Okay, for lead as well you have to come up with reading the data from XLS. So first what we do is let it execute. If it's executing means we'll try to come up with like reading data from XLS. Okay, let it execute first. We'll make sure like whether it will execute or not. So while running Excel sheet should be closed. Okay, inputs.xls should be closed. It's logging into the application. It's taking some time for loading. Remember here it has to go further step means the page completely should get loaded. If the page is under progress, it cannot go and perform any of the operation. See here is in progress. See more mice. Okay, so it's in progress, so it cannot go anything. Okay, so once progress bar reaches 100%, then only it will go and perform a further step. Here we directly went for like salutation, right? So but where is the code for okay, where is the code for create new and lead? For this one no code, right? So as of now I'm navigating manually. I'll come up with code for this one. Okay, I'll come up with code for this one. Perfect, it's working fine. Okay, just a second. Oh, it's logged out. Oh, okay, fine. What I do, I will try to re-execute once again. So it has some problem, something. Okay, let me re-execute once again. Oh, I have to come up with code for lead navigation. I will come up with let it navigate. Any questions, anybody? Okay, so that means currency you cannot give, some letters it doesn't allow. Okay, okay, perfect, it's working fine. But the thing is, I have to add code for navigating new lead. Okay, and I have to change code. Okay, so here you cannot give it up. Okay, meanwhile okay, so let me go object repository. So I have a code for that one or not, I have to check it out. Sorry. So you have to enable editing. Once you enable editing, then only it will allow you to add. Okay, so create new, create new is taking it as web element, right? So I will tell you how to handle web element. Okay, so we'll come up with right now. Okay, then lead I have to add. Okay, link is taking lead. So yeah, it's already there. So it's already there. So lead, right? So where is that one? So okay, this is for clicking on the lead link. It will navigate that page. Then zip and lead status, so I have to add it up. Zip and lead status. Where is zip? Okay, so you saw right. So here create new, this one is identifying it as web element, but I could have told you so many times, whatever the object in your application is identifying by your web element, QTP creates problem. So to resolve that problem, I have some option, so that is the way we'll try to look it up. Okay, so I'm trying to record first initially. So QTP is not recording, you see, QTP is not recording. Okay, so another way of recording is you can go for step generator. So you can click web element create new. Okay, so this one, what I do is I will make it as one object web element create new. One object I am creating, so I am trying to get x coordinate object web element dot get arrow property of absolute x, absolute y exactly. Okay, so this one I could have told you, like if you remember in QTP front, I could have told you like how to get x coordinate, how to get y coordinate, means like I didn't say it exactly, but get arrow property I told. For a specific object, any of the property you have to get, means you can go for like get arrow property, right? So that one I could have told you like during your QTP front, if you remember, like output points. Okay, so then here you have to create one object, another object, that is nothing but like device replay. Okay, so create object mercury dot device replay. This is the object you can use wherever QTP is creating problems. So with the help of device replay object, what you can do is you can perform click operation with the help of x and y coordinate. Okay, so wherever QTP is identifying it as like web element, so on that object you have to click, right? So how you can click on that object is with the help of like mercury device replay. Okay, so object device replay dot mouse click x coordinate plus 20 y coordinate plus 20. Why I am giving 20, I will tell you. Set object dr equal to nothing, set object web element equal to nothing. Let me check it up, it works or not, I will explain you. So yeah, the application is correct state, perfect, it's working, right? It's clicking. Okay, it's clicking. So here I am nothing doing, I am trying to create web element object. For that web element I am trying to get x coordinate and y coordinate. 2 times not required, I am trying to get x coordinate and y coordinate. This x coordinate and y coordinate with the help of get arrow property I am getting. So what exactly it will do is x coordinate top left corner of this object, x coordinate it will return, top left coordinate of y coordinate it will return. But top left corner you cannot click, right? So that's why I am coming little bit inside of this object. I am coming little bit inside of this object. Okay, so that's why x plus 20, y plus 20 I am giving. Okay, why this x and y return you top left corner, but there you cannot perform click operation. Hence I am trying to increase some points like 20 or 30 or 15. It doesn't work, means you keep trying by increasing points, it should work it up. This is 0 is for like which mouse button you have to click. 0 is for left, 1 is for right, 2 is for middle button. Okay, 2 is for middle button. So like this you can come up with. Okay, so device replay is the object you can use in this kind of situations. Okay, this is what just you can remember, just that's it. Okay. Okay, so this is working fine. Okay, I will let me execute once again and make sure it's working perfect. Okay, it's working right. So this one you copy to your first position. You don't worry, once I finish my framework I will zip this one and send it to your mailbox. Okay, whole code you will get it up, you can refer in future whenever you want. Sorry. Okay, so this is the way you can come up with your coding. Meanwhile, but here what I am doing is I am passing static data, right? That means like how many times I execute, always it will try to take same set of data, always it will take same set of data, but I have to make it dynamic. That means I have to pass through XLS file. This data I have to pass through XLS file. So for that one I come up with code, right? So Salesforce login, if you go login, so this one I will go login, actions, Salesforce login. So control C, this one here I don't give, where I will give is like I will give in my main program. Okay, instead of giving these functions I will give it in my main program. Okay, so I go to main program and here I will give, so this one I will give at the end of my script. Okay, so that every program you don't want to come up with. So then, so this one instead of this one, okay, so this one you can pass here. Okay, before using any action. Okay, so if you use this one here, so these parameters you are using, right? These parameters, these variables you are using in this function, so it may give you error. Sorry. Okay, lead I will make it like parameterization, so that means like reading the data from XLS. Okay, so let me go for like inputs. Salutation, then first name, you have to make sure spelling will be same. See here whatever you want you can give it up, you don't want to give same, but here you have to make sure same whatever the, it's case sensitive again, so whatever the name here you are using, exactly same name, same field here you have to use. Okay, otherwise it will give you problem, okay, try to remember that one. So then company sorry, company, then title, sorry, phone, email rating sorry rating, then street, then city. See, once you implement framework, tester's job will be like copy paste. Mostly your job will be like copy paste, but you should be aware of like how exactly you have to come up with. Otherwise, you cannot do. Okay, so this framework most of the people could have developed. I am sure 100% I can assure you, you will never get a chance to implement framework from scratch. But it doesn't mean you have to leave or you have to ignore this framework. Remember, you have to get the job means no other option. You should be aware of all this stuff. Otherwise, okay. So like this, your job will be copy paste. Most of your job. Okay. So all these fields you have to fill up. Okay, so number of employees, okay, so annual revenue, lead source, oh god, it's finished now. One more is there, description, okay. Now you have to okay, now you have to replace static values with dynamics. Okay, so this one salutation, then first name, this is first name, last name, company, okay, company, title. I think you may be boring. Okay, right, this is title, right, title, lead status. Oh god, I made wrong. Lead source, where is lead source? Somewhere is a lead source. Yeah, lead source is there. lead source phone after phone email rating sorry rating street city city state zip country website number of employees number of employees annual revenue annual revenue industry lead source okay I forgot to give lead source so lead source actually here you have to give here you should not give I have to change again all lead state right lead state sorry lead state not source lead state open okay the thing is here you have to give Okay, that is perfect. So test case id I have to replace. Okay, now let me execute once finally. Before that it should not be closed, it should be closed. Okay, so lead state. Okay, so lead status. Okay, the parameter I was passing wrong. Okay, the parameter I was passing wrong. See, lead status I have to give, but lead source I passed wrong. Okay, it should work. I'm skipping this step. Perfect, it's working fine. Okay, it's working, right? That is my logical error. Okay, that is logical error. Perfect, your script is perfect. I will try to change that one. Okay, so lead state, where is lead state? Yeah, so that's it. Okay, so this is the way you can come up with like reading the data from XLS. So tomorrow whatever the data you want, so before executing you will come here and you can update whatever the data you want and you can go for execution. Okay, so this is the way you can read data from your XLS file. This is done. Okay, then we can go for like further step. I have unmuted. Anybody having any questions? Before moving further, anybody having any questions? No questions? Okay. So this is how you can come up with creating your test scripts. Okay, so far we did reusable actions we were created, main scripts we made, and we are reading data from XLS file. So you are passing data through XLS file and you are reading data from XLS. That means you come up with function for reading the data from XLS file. Okay. So then, and we were implemented shared object repository as well. Shared object repository also we were implemented. Okay. Then what is our next step? Our next step is like generating summary kind of reports and in detail kind of reports, right? While executing your script, summary and in detail kind of reports. Okay, those summary or in detail kind of reports, how you can come up with, like in two ways, in not two ways, any of the way, like Excel file you can use, text files you can use, HTML files you can use, or like that, whatever way you want you can come up with. Okay, so now you have to come up with, first we can go for like in detail reports, then we can go for summary kind of reports. Okay, first we can go for in detail reports, then we can go for summary kind of reports. Okay, you have to go for in detail kind of reports. So what you have to do is Excel. So for this Excel, if you are executing test case 1, if you are executing test case 1, test case 1.xls you have to generate. Test case 1.xls along with test case 1.xls file name. Okay, you have to come up with header, right? So header means test case id, instead of test case id, test step, sorry, test step. Okay, test step. Then test step, then what you can come up is like test step description, expected value, actual value, and result. Okay, and result. Okay, so these are the different things you have to come up with. These are the different things you have to come up, right? Okay, so one function you can come up with creating header along with file name, and another function you can come up URL navigated successfully, username entered successfully for username field, password entered successfully for password field, clicked on sign in button successfully as expected. Okay, home page navigated successfully as expected. That means like whatever the step is executing, for that step you have to log that step. That means one function you have to come up with for creating header along with file name. Okay, another function for logging steps, step by event by event. Okay, so first we try to come up with function for creating header file. Okay, so this is very simple. So set that's the reason we were discussed all this stuff earlier. Okay, Excel equal to create object Excel dot application object set workbooks.add. Okay, workbooks.add let object worksheet equal to object Excel dot active workbook dot worksheets sheet 1 sheet 1, then object excel dot cells 1 comma 1 dot value equal to test step okay, test step 1 comma, see here row will be same, column will be varying. In Excel you are coming up with like see test step description, expected value, actual value. See row is same, but column, first column, second column, third column, fourth column, like that column is getting varying. Okay, so test step description description expected value, actual value and result okay, and result. So here column will be incrementing. Okay, finally object excel dot save where you have to save this one. So in results folder dot test case 1 dot xls. Okay, let me execute. Okay, test case 1 dot xls just saved, right? Okay, perfect. This is the way you are creating your header file. Perfect. Okay, then you have to go here and log step by step and log step by step. Okay, so this is the way see this stuff I already explained. Create object, this one it will try to create your Excel object. Once you create Excel, you have to add workbooks, right? So I'm trying to add workbooks to that Excel sheet, that Excel object. Then I'm trying to activate sheet 1. This one initially you may feel difficult, very difficult, I know, I understand, but if you practice it will be like very interesting. Okay, you have to keep practicing. Okay, see these things 2-3 times, if you remember, if you refresh, you can remember these words, these commands, right? You can remember very easily. Okay, but initially you may feel very difficult. Okay, but remember, you never get a chance once you get job to develop this kind of framework, each and everything from the scratch. Actually the thing is here I am developing framework from scratch, right? So that's the reason I am coming up with all these functions. But in real time, once you get job, you may not get a chance to create all these functions. Okay, but you should be aware of, otherwise it's a little bit difficult to get the job. Okay, so that's why you will come around 10 functions. If you remember those 10 functions, that is more than enough. Okay, and first try to understand the logic manually, how you will perform, then try to come up with code. If you go for interview, in case if they are asking these functions, you don't remember exact steps, exact commands, what you can do is you just come up with logic, pseudocode kind of stuff you can come up with. You don't want to come up with exactly these lines of code. If you come up, that is better. If you don't remember by chance, you come up with like pseudo kind of code, okay, pseudo code like logic, very high level. You try to come up with these lines covering, okay. So that's what you can try it out, okay. Clear? Any questions, anybody? I have unmuted. Any questions, anybody? No questions? No? You are feeling difficult or easy? I have unmuted. Okay, so you may get a chance. Okay, okay, then that's my thanks for your time. Okay, okay, then see you. Fine, bye.